Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kay and I'm just a small town gal that loves books. Today what I really wanted to jump into was just a Christmas book haul. These are books that I have had on my TBR list, on my Amazon wish list, and my sweet husband gifted me these things for Christmas, and so I just wanted to show you guys what I got and then what I will be planning on reading in this upcoming year. I have two matters of importance that I must discuss first. First one is I heard that there are two viewers on my channel that have been so sweet and kind and have watched both of my videos so far, and those are my nieces Evie and Cora. And I just have to say, hi girls, I love you so much. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope you are reading some wonderful books right now, and thank you for watching my videos. I love you, I love you, I love you. Second matter of importance, the bangs. So I need to talk about this because I think you guys will be able to relate. This is hair related / book related / movie related. I watched Pride and Prejudice and decided I needed more bangs. That's it. That's the end of the story. Here we are, just channeling my inner Lizzie Bennet. Okay, moving on. Now to the books. The first two books that my husband got me are actually from an author that I read in high school that I really enjoyed, and I would like to read more of his books this upcoming year, and that is Mitch Albom. So Mitch Albom, he is the author of Tuesdays with Morrie. That is probably his most well-known book. That was my first exposure to him that I read in high school. And then I also read The 5 People You Meet in Heaven in high school, and I remember just absolutely loving this book. Mitch Albom is really known for just these big ideas with like faith and truth and honesty and just big life topics. If you have never read Tuesday with Morrie, I would say that is a great book to start with, so you can really get to know like Mitch Albom and the types of things that he wants to write about. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Tuesdays with Morrie is a real story that happened with him and this man named Morrie. But that one is just so good, so heartfelt. So The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, I have read this. I love this. I would like to revisit and reread it this year. The Stranger in the Lifeboat. So this one seems so interesting, and let me just read the little blurb on the back. What would happen if we cried out to God for help and someone claiming to be God actually appeared before us? So, very intrigued to see what is in this book. I'm sure it's going to be very hard-hitting. So, Mitch Albom, very excited. That's all I have to say about that. The next book that was on my list is Hallowed Games. Totally different vibe from Mitch Albom. This is by C.N. Crawford. I'd never heard of this author. This might be a newer author, or I just live under a rock. This just seems so interesting. I heard it was kind of like Hunger Games meets, what was the other thing? Oh, I heard somebody say Hunger Games, and so I was like sold. So here's what the blurb says on the back. Elowen is cursed. She kills with a brush of her fingertips. Her worst fear is hurting the boy she cares for, and her second worst is attracting the attention of the Raven Lord. Mailer is the lethally beautiful leader of the witch hunters, and now he seems like he knows her secrets. So I would definitely check this one out on Goodreads. The next book that I got, I have been dying to read a book from this author for years, and I will 100% admit that this author's titles and covers make me want to read her books. And that is Margaret Rogerson. This is an Enchantment of Ravens. Like, isn't this just the most stunning cover? this has been on my TBR for a very long time, and it's like under 300 pages. I think it was like 297 or something right around there, so I feel like this will be a nice quick read. But here's what the back says. Every enchantment has a price. Isabel is a prodigy portrait artist with a dangerous set of clients, the immortal fair folk. But when she receives her first royal patron, Rook, the Autumn Prince, she makes a terrible mistake. She paints mortal sorrow in his eyes, a weakness that could cost him his life. So yeah, that just sounds fabulous. So the next two books are the third and the fourth in the Inheritance Cycle series. So this is the series of Aragon. I got the first two books actually from like thrift books for a couple bucks earlier this year. And this is one series that is like my huge goal to read this year. Holy smokes, y'all. These are big boys. These are big books. So I think the fourth one, how many pages is this? Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness, you guys. 849 pages. See, this is the thing with fantasy books. I would absolutely love to set my reading goal as 100 books. But when you're throwing me a nearly 1,000-page book, I think we're just gonna start page count goals for 2024 instead of book count goals. If I get to 100, fabulous, but y'all. Okay, I cannot wait to read this book. This is The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman. I believe this is the last book in the Thursday Murder Club, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the first book in the series, the Thursday Murder Club. And it's just so funny. It's about these 4 people in their 70s that live in a retirement home, and they solve murders. It's very much a whodunit, but they are so funny. The characters are just so full of life and vibrant, and I mean full of life, pun intended. There's always a dead person or two. But like, you get Joyce, and she was a nurse. You get Ibrahim, and he was a psychologist. Then you have Ron, who is my personal favorite character. He was an ex-boxer, and he's just like the curmudgeon old man. And Ron, you just have my heart, Ron. And then we have Elizabeth, and you don't quite know what Elizabeth did, but she has a lot of strange connections all over the world, and yeah, they just take murder mysteries into their own hands. So this is the fourth one. I cannot wait to read this. I cannot wait to read this. The next book is Morrighan, The Beginnings of the Remnant Chronicles by Morrie E. Pearson. So I have read the Dance of Thieves duology by Morrie E. Pearson, and it is one of my absolute favorite duologies of all time. And I have not read The Kiss of Deception, which this is, I think, I don't know if this is quite like a prequel to it, but more like, it looks like it might be stories that come from, oh my gosh, I haven't even flipped through this yet. Look at that picture. Oh my goodness. Look at the pages, y'all. How many times can I say y'all in this video? Okay, let's just read what it says. Prepare to surrender yourself to the gripping and romantic original story of the Remnant universe. So it seems like this might be about how the universe came to be, that the Kiss of Deception and the Dance of Thieves duology take place in. So anyway, Morrie E. Pearson, I love Dance of Thieves. So I will be reading Kiss of Deception this year, which I've heard so many people obsess over, and then this will just be the companion to go with that trilogy. The next one is the illustrated Prisoner of Azkaban. Literally, this is fabulous. this is fabulous. I am obsessed with Harry Potter, and the artist, who is the artist, Jim Kay, does a fabulous job at illustrating these stories. I've not read them with the illustrations, I've just read the regular paperbacks, but I am so excited because I would love it if my son and my kids, any future kids that my husband and I might have, would grow up and love Harry Potter too. And I feel like this would be such a phenomenal way to really expose them to the stories for the first time and bring them to life. So I can't wait to read Harry Potter, at least to my son, once he gets old enough to. Okay, the next book that I put on my list was because so many people in the book community that I listen to have recommended this book, so I think I'm going to make this one my first read of 2024 because so many people have talked about it, and the second one just came out, but that is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. And oh my goodness, that is beautiful. I have not even like taken that off. Look at that. That is stunning. Oh my gosh, why do we even put book sleeves on books? I have considered just removing all of my book sleeves and just putting them in like a box or something because like that was stunning. After centuries of sleep, the gods are warring again, but 18-year-old Iris Winnow just wants to hold her family together. Her mother is suffering from addiction and her brother is missing from the front lines. Her best bet is to win the columnist promotion at the Oath Gazette. My heart, poor Iris. To combat her worries, Iris writes letters to her brother and slips them beneath her wardrobe door, where they vanish into the hands of Roman Kit, her cold and handsome rival at the paper. When he writes Iris back, the two of them forge a connection that will follow Iris all the way to the front lines of battle. For her brother, the fate of mankind and love. Oh my goodness, I have goosebumps. Yeah, I'm very, very, very excited about this. And last but not least, this was actually a gift to myself. I finished this book this morning. I cannot wait to talk about this book with you guys. I'm not going to go too into detail, but that is The Queen of Days by Greta Kelly. I just read this author's entire published works in the month of December. This is her third book. And this is signed and personalized. It says Choose Chaos. And this is a fantasy heist story. So if you like Six of Crows, I feel like you would like this. That's all I'm gonna say. I love this. This was a 5-star. The very last thing that my husband had made for me, which was so sweet and thoughtful, was actually a book embosser. So it says Kay's Library, and you literally just, take your piece of book paper and then you clamp. What are words? What are instructions? Okay, y'all, don't... It came with instructions. If you get one of these, just listen to those. But it was just so thoughtful. I went ahead and stamped the 5 people you meet in heaven. And hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can, but it kind of like when a notary, you go to the bank or something, get something notarized and they stamp it, but it says Kay's Library, and it's a beautiful pattern, and this was just like such a sweet thing. And I told my husband I'm gonna go on a book stamping rampage now. So that concludes all of the books that I received for Christmas from my husband. I want to say thank you to Jacob, my wonderful husband. I love you, I love you, I love you. I appreciate all of these wonderful books that you got me, and I'm super excited to go into the new year and have all of these new books to read, and to for those of you watching my channel, just to hear my thoughts on them in 2024. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. If you have any future video ideas for me for 2024 that you guys would like to see, please leave ideas in the comments. I am going to do a series I'm currently reading through, series I would like to finish in 2024, standalones I would like to finish in 2024. So I have some 2024 reading goal videos, but if there are any specific type of booktube videos that you love to spend watching or listening to, absolutely please leave those in the comments and give me some ideas. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a fabulous day.